Bangladesh and UAE have agreed to further strengthen the existing bilateral relations. 4 MOU signed. 28 sailors of Bangla-Samriddhi have returned to the country. Process started to bring back the dead body of Hadithur Rahman. After 2 years of closure, pre-primary school classes will start from March 15, said Primary Education Minister. And 3 girls were run over by a speeding train in Kumilla. Angry locals blocked the railway tracks. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Mytv English News. I'm Ashiquzzaman with you in the newsroom today. You are watching the headlines, now the details. Bangladesh and UAE have agreed to further strengthen the existing bilateral relations between the two countries for mutual benefits. The decision was taken at a bilateral meeting between Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and UAE Vice President and Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum on Tuesday. Both the leaders led their respective teams at the meeting in Dubai Exhibition Center. Besides, Bangladesh and UAE have signed 4 memoranda of understandings MOUs to boost cooperation between the two countries. The 4 instruments are cooperation in higher education and scientific research between Bangladesh and UAE, cooperation between Bangladesh Institute of International and Strategic Studies and the Emirates Center for Strategic Studies and Research, cooperation between the foreign service academies of the two countries, and cooperation between the Federation of Bangladesh Chambers of Commerce and Industries and Dubai International Chamber. The 28 sailors of Bangla-Samriddhi, which was damaged in the missile attack in war-ravaged Ukraine, have returned to the country. A flight carrying the 28 sailors landed at Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport in Dhaka at around 12 p.m. today. Earlier on Sunday, the sailors crossed the Ukrainian border and reached Romania via Moldova at around 11 a.m. local time. Besides the process of returning the body of Hadithur Rahman, the 3rd engineer of the ship kept in Ukraine as he was killed in the attack, has also started. Bangla-Samriddhi, a ship of Bangladesh Shipping Corporation, came under a missile attack at 9:20 p.m. Bangladesh time on Wednesday, which was anchored near the port of Alvia in Ukraine. 3rd engineer Hadithur Rahman was killed in the attack. Pre-primary school classes will start from March 15 after being closed for 2 years due to the COVID-19. Initially, there will be classes for 2 days a week, that is Sunday and Tuesday. The decision was taken at a meeting chaired by State Minister for Primary and Mass Education Muhammad Zakir Hussain at the meeting room of the Secretariat today. Earlier, pre-primary classes were scheduled to start on March 20th. The meeting was attended by the Secretary of Ministry Aminul Islam Khan, Director General of the Directorate of Primary Education Alamgir Muhammad Mansurul Alam, Additional Secretary Ruhul Amin and Musharraf Hussain and others. The BNP leaders are spreading falsehood and hatching conspiracies in the international arena, alleges Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obadul Kadir. He said that due to negative politics, the time of BNP has ended, not the government. The minister said this during his briefing in his residence today. Besides, he said Bangladesh will move forward at an overwhelming speed with the support of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, no matter how much BNP hatches conspiracies. Daily life of people of Chattogram is hampered due to the price hike of the daily essentials. Chaktai Khatunganj market, one of the largest consumer product markets, is also unstable. Customer complaints compared to the previous year. The price is hiking since the beginning of this year. Besides, the buyer-seller does not know the reason behind the price hike. The prices of most commodities are now beyond the purchasing power of low-income people. Meanwhile, business leaders said the wholesale market is affected due to the rising price in the international market. The government will take effective measures to control the prices, keeping the earnings of general people in mind. 3 girls were run over by a speeding train on their way to school in Kumilla today. The deceased were identified as Taspiya Akhtar, Mim Akhtar and Raima Akhtar. They were students of Bijoypur Government Primary School in Kumilla's Shodur Dokhin Upojila. They are from Durgapur village of Shodur Upojila and from the same house. Confirming the matter, police said the accident occurred at around 11:45 a.m. when the Chattogram-bound Mohanagar Prabhati train of Dhaka hit the three while they were crossing the railway track near the level crossing. On information, police rushed to the spot and took the bodies into custody. As the news of the accident spread, angry locals blocked the Kumilla-Noakhali railway tracks, disrupting vehicular movement in the Upazila too. Bangladesh Meteorological Department today forecasted through its bulletin that weather may remain dry over the country in next 24 hours. Besides, dry and night temperature may remain nearly unchanged over the country. The country's maximum temperature on Tuesday was recorded by 35.5 degrees Celsius at Rangamati in the Chattogram division, and the minimum temperature today was recorded by 13.6 degrees Celsius at Tetulia in Rangpur division. Now international news. Russia warned the West today that it was working on a broad response to sanctions that would be swift and felt in the West's most sensitive areas. Russia's economy is facing the gravest crisis since 1991 fall of Soviet Union after the West imposed crippling sanctions on almost entire Russian financial and corporate system following Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. Dmitry Beresevsky, the director of the Foreign Ministry's Department for Economic Cooperation, was quoted as saying by the RIA news agency, Russia warned earlier this week that oil prices could shoot up to over USD 300 per barrel if the United States and European Union banned imports of crude oil from Russia. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has delivered historic address at the United Kingdom's House of Commons. Zelensky is the first foreign leader over to address the House. He was given a standing ovation by the MPs both before and after his speech, in which he compared Ukraine's fight against Russia to Britain's Second World War struggle against Germany. Besides, Zelensky said the people of Ukraine will not give up or lose, but they will fight till the end at sea and in the air. Moreover, they will fight for their land, whatever the cost. On the other hand, Boris Johnson responded to the address by telling MPs that Britain and their allies are determined to press on with supplying the Ukrainian friends with weapons they need to defend their homeland as they deserve. We are about to end the headlines once again. Bangladesh and UAE have agreed to further strengthen the existing bilateral relations. 4 MOU signed. 28 sailors of Bangla Samriddhi have returned to the country. Process started to bring back the dead body of Hadithur Rahman. After 2 years of closure, pre-primary school classes will start from March 15, said Primary Education Minister. 3 girls were run over by a speeding train in Kumilla. Angry locals blocked the railway tracks. Russia warned the West that it was working on a broad response to sanctions. And Liverpool and Bayern Munich have secured the quarterfinals of UEFA Champions League. That's all for now. To join with MyTV News online, please visit YouTube/MyTV News, and to watch our old programs, please visit YouTube/MyTV Bangla and Facebook/MyTV Bangla and Twitter/MyTV Bangla. Our next news bulletin will be telecast in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Stay connected. Allah Hafiz.